Jack London and the
Jack,
Call of the Wild.
All the Wild, and his books, read all of them, but I hadn't read them 4, 5, 6 times. I knew all of them. All of them.
And what about Rudyard Kipling?
Huh?
Rudyard Kipling and...
I could recruit Rudyard Kipling. I could...
Ricky Tikki Tavi?
Huh?
Remember Ricky Tikki Tavi? And
all that, see, all that.
yeah.
Of course, all that, the king cobra coming down, coming through the plumbing, coming down through the plumbing and everything, and going to sneak through. Little Ricky Tikki Tin got up there on top of it, and when he come through, he jumped on him and knew he had to get one certain place behind his neck, behind the, and he sunk his teeth in there, and the cobra plopped and jumped and everything, but he killed the cobra.
Uh-huh.
He killed the cobra.
And you never have like snakes.
Huh?
You never have like snakes, have you?
No, never have. But then, especially cobras, then the mama snake, the mama cobra, she was going to kill the man-child. They were at dinner, they was at the dinner table, she come in there and she was about 2 foot, 3 foot from the little boy. And they were telling him, don't move his muscle, don't move, and everything. Little Ricky Tikki Tim went down in the den and he smashed all the eggs but one. He had 9 eggs, he smashed all eight eggs. He had the one in his mouth, he put it down there. And he told her, this is your last egg and everything. She turned around, she grabbed that egg and ran for her dad with her egg in the mouth.
Uh-huh.
He was right after her. Well, he went down, followed her down. And all the little birds sang, and they were sad because they figured he was dead, because there come an opening where she could turn around and bite him, kill him, you know. But he come, after a while, he come out alive. He'd killed her down there.
Uh-huh.
Stopped all the...
That's quite a story. That was quite a story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What do you remember about your dad growing up?
Huh?
What do you remember about your dad growing up? He had mules, and he was a horseman and a...
Animals, any kind of an animal, of course. He had his coyote hunting was his sport. Was his big sport, you know, coyote hunting, and
had greyhounds.
And you know, they had the greyhounds, and he had this little Jack female greyhound that was faster, outrun anything and everything. That was his kill dog. I mean, that was his catch dog. She never killed. Then he had the bigger ones and everything that would kill. Jack would come in and take a back leg and flip it. He knew how to grab the back leg and flip the coyote over on its back. And then, of course, by the time the coyote got up, the rest of them were there on him. And of course, one of the biggest fans, or the biggest everything, he didn't have the money, but he had the bullshit and everything, was Merle Cleveland.
That was his buddy, wasn't he?
That was his buddy. Merle Cleveland was World War I veteran and everything. And he's crazier than a pet coon. They come up to a fence, barbed wire fence, and the coyote right in there, and he was going to pull the staple out of the fence, pull the fence out so they could go in. He grabbed the fence and pulled it, and the staple come out and put his eye out.
Oh.
Put it in his eye. He just had one eye after that. Another time, They were in this big pasture down by close to the Oklahoma line or someplace in there close. And this big pasture and everything. And they had turned out on this coyote about 2 miles up there, and they come around, and there was a windmill. He climbed up on top of that windmill, watching them coming. They come across by him, he jumped off of that windmill.
I remember Grandpa Jim telling that story. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. And was Merle the one that was with Grandpa Jim on the bear story?
Yeah.
Remember tell this bear story.
That was true. There was more than
one.
Yeah, the Pawnee Rock one that had taught the woodworking.
Woodworking teacher.
He's the one that made the.
Okay.
He's the one that made the feet.
Yeah.
He made the feet.
Tell how people were finding they were finding what, dead animals and.
Oh hell! I got crazy.
People were afraid of there was a bear loose in Pawnee County.
So they come up to one would walk with the other's hand or foot on the back. They walk up there. They walk around and where they could see the tracks and everything, and then they had rake. They go up on a tree and rake like the bear was scratching the tree and everything.
Yeah.
People were seeing the damn bear.
Yeah.
And everything. And it got so terrible bad that they finally said they killed the bear. They got the bear. And Dad had old Merle and somebody else in the bear here in the bear wheel.
In their bear costume, yeah. Well, wasn't that one like at a basketball game?
That was in the Pawnee Rock Stadium.
Yeah, the auditorium or something where everybody in town was there, and wasn't that it was either a basketball game or a football game or something where that.
Well, they had a huge crowd.
Yeah.
Huge crowd.
Because they said they finally got the bear.
They got the bear. They had to get the bear. Oh, some people hated him, hated him. Never. Some of them made him look like a fool.
Yeah.
But of course, that was Dad's Irish humor. You know, all that stuff like that.
He liked pranks, didn't he?
He liked that. Uncle Fred had his style. They all Irish had their Irish blood and their Irish humor. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, Fred Keeley. Yeah.
Yeah, see, it was ironic. They both married Methodist women.
Is that right?
Both Catholic and both married Methodist women.
Okay. Who did Uncle Fred Keeley marry then?
Married Aunt Ruth. She was Methodist.
Okay.
But
and the Keeleys were.
But all her kids, most all of them come up. But Keith, there was one or two that didn't take the Catholic.
Yeah. Because the Keeleys were Catholic, at least in name, weren't they?
Huh?
The Keeleys.
Were devoted Catholic. Devoted Catholic. I mean, Aunt Mary, if you weren't a Catholic, you weren't a Christian.
Yeah.
She did her rosary every morning and everything. And she'd take me to that Catholic church. And at that time, it was all in Latin.
Yeah.
But they had memorized. They knew their pieces, their parts. They come in, you know. But
now, Grandpa Jim, Grandma, that was kind of unusual. Then he married the Methodist. Grandma was Methodist, and
they had this.
You grew up Methodist.
They had this priest there, Larned. And this priest was a gambler, and he was a womanizer, and everything, and made Grandpa so mad, so very he refused to go to that priest, to that church.
Yeah.
Uncle Fred went religiously to not to St. John, the Catholic Church in St. John.
Yeah.
Always, everything.
But Grandma saw that you kids went to church
Dad saw it. Dad go first with the old Model T.
Uh-huh.
And you had to crank it, and you had to start it, and didn't have any electricity on it. Didn't have any windshield wipers or anything. The
the crank?
gear shift was like an old plow or something.
Uh-huh.
But then we got the Model A. Of course, it had electricity and battery. It had batteries by that time. And they had a battery in it, and it had a starter, and it had windshield wipers, and altogether different. But the first Model A, the old Model T first, we probably had it 4 or 5 years before we got the, but he'd have that all ready to go.